there, it's Kevin with Gathering Magic. Call me with match number 2 with our Villainous Wealth. Yes, we'd like to play first. We had the Villainous Wealth, so that's the good news. We have no ramp though, so this is an awkward hand. Besides the Pilgrimage, which isn't going to ramp us too much because we need something to get us a quick Villainous Wealth. These help us actually stabilize as much as be our win condition. So I might need to put in a Den Protector too, just to get back the Villainous Wealths. Or I think there is another card that gets back instances. I think it's a 6 mana spell or something. There was, and I think you have to return back exile cards back to their graveyard though to actually get that out of. It's one of the Eldrazi's, one of the processors possibly. Anyway, we'll start off with the forest. Pass the turn. Does it only get instant? We'll have to look at it because it might be worthwhile. If we can get instant as sorceries, we'll look at it after this game. Alright, so there's a Prairie Stream, which could be a number of decks. I'd love to go against Jeskai Black just because they have so many dead cards. A control list might be very grindy. We do have the Gaia's Revenge, as well as Painful Truce, which would be really good for us to keep ahead in card advantage. So it's a Flooded Strand only for another Flooded Strand. I'm wondering what the tapping of the mana was all about. And I'm going to Pilgrimage again. Gets us 2 forests. Put 1 on the battlefield and 1 in our hand. So it's a blight. So this is a control. This definitely is a control list. So he just needs to keep up his dispels, but he has to resolve a threat as well. And whoa, maybe not. It's a Ruination Guide. I guess we're gonna Pilgrimage again. Thin out some more. And pass the turn once again. Love to hit into Oblivion next turn. That'd be ideal. Thinking about going up to 4 of those in the deck. I think they're incredibly powerful. I'll be taking 3. And Archive's okay. It allows us to play it and do a huge Villainous Wealth next turn. At this point, I think we use the Villainous Wealth, unless he counters it. Alright, so he counters, at least we get that out of the way. The Disdainful Stroke. So now I know that we can't just run out of Villainous Wealth. Whenever he taps out, then that's when we'll use the Villainous Wealth. So going down to 14 here. And he is eating. What did he get? He got a Rattleclaw and a Hedron Archive. I think we'll use the first one. See if he's got another Disdainful Stroke. He probably does, but at least we get it out of his hand. Maybe that's a little bit quick. Spell might be the Ulamog's Nullifier. Ay, ay, ay. And now that actually helps him with more aggression. Might actually bring the offshoot in this match, just because if he's going to try to temple me out, it'll take him a ton of turns to do so. We'll bring in the negates and dispels too to play that game. Another Ruinous Guide. I might just have to go for a Villainous Wealth next turn. Hope he just taps out. Because we do not have another turn after this. This is lethal next turn. So Villainous Wealth has to happen. And unless I draw an expedition or a renewal. All right, beautiful. He's going to tap out. Wasteland Strangler does nothing. And unfortunately, we're out to Villainous Wealth for just 6, which could grab, hopefully, removal spells like Murderous Cut or any sort of blockers. Only has one more card in hand as well, so here goes nothing. There's another backup Villainous Wealth, but we'll tap out. That was pretty powerful. So we will cast Salvage Drone. The only found one land here. The Silumgar's command to return target permanents to owner's hand. And so we're going to return it from owner's hand and target creatures gets -3, -3. So this guy's going to get... I think we're just going to go at both the... Which one's first? Let's see. So returning is going to... We're going to return a Ruinous Guide and give the Ulamog -3, -3. We are going to gain 4 life. And return target creature with creature cost 2 or less and gain 4 life. And then we are going to gain 4 life and draw a card. And we're just going to cast this and cast this. So that ended up well. We're going to gain 8 life. And we are going to draw the Void Winnower. Bounce and kill. And get a Salvage Drone. I would say that worked out very well. And we'll pass the turn. So he has a Ruinous Guide in hand. No flyers here. He can make me sack a creature, which I don't care at this point. And I do believe we bring in the Jaddi Offshoots, even though the Wasteland Stranglers can kill them and the guides don't really block them that well. I've seen enough of his deck. I don't know. Maybe we don't bring those in. I think I can ramp past this quite easily. It's just going to be not going to be aggressive enough to save the Ruinous Guides. So if I just bring in like negates and dispels, we should be good. If he attacks in, we'll make these trades with the Strangler and the Nullifier. I don't care about him at this point. We have another Villainous Wealth to still everything in his deck. And he's really going to make me sacrifice the Salvage Drone. That taps him out again, though. Unless the one card in hand. No, it's got to be. Yep, that taps him out. And we'll discard a forest here. We drew a Renewal. Go ahead and put the island out, and I think we just, while we can, we'll Void Winnower. He can still cast the Ruination Guide, but he won't be able to cast like Disdainful Strokes. And hook up the Void Winnower to the Ghostfire Blade. We have a 13/13. Which I can see a concession happening here. I mean, we hit perfect with the Villainous Wealth was luck there. Definitely was pretty lucky. Gave us back tons of life, card advantage, everything we needed. So unless he has an answer for the Void Winnower, I think this is a wrap. How greedy do we want to be with the Renewal? We can Rattleclaw and Renewal next turn. And then go for a huge Villainous Wealth. There's the Guide, which will force a block. There's an Ulamog. I think at this point, the more information, the better. So let's attack in with the Void. And like I said, this should force a block. He's crazy. Okay, so he's down to a 5. And we'll Renewal. Another reason I'm doing this, we could just Ulamog and kind of close this out. But I'd like to get more information. Oops, should have equipped the Ghostfire Blade over. And the Villainous Wealth will give me more information to exactly what I'm up against here. So we know Ojai's commands, we know Disdainful Strokes in there. Stranglers and Ulamog's Nullifiers. Those are going to be very, very rough cards versus us. And Salvage Drones. I want to know how many Salvage Drones he's running if he's running the 1/2 flyer. Yeah, see, that's fine. He kills off and bounces. But I'm in no... What do you ingest off of me? A Blighted Fen. Okay, so... Well, Villainous Wealth for 10. And this will show me almost half his deck. Oh, he's not going to show it. Okay. Alrighty, so onto the sideboard. I don't know if Painful Truths is actually good here. The Rising actually seems really good in this matchup, and I will take out all my creature ramp. Maybe put in, I want the Dispels and Negates. Maybe not the Dispels necessarily. Yeah, they both do well. And we don't need a Virulent Plague. I haven't seen any. I think I'm just going to bring in one Offshoot. If I draw it, I draw it. This makes me a little bit slower, but I think that I'd rather just have... Well, maybe the Pilgrimages can come out. Pilgrimages are kind of weak. I'm going to bring in Painful Truths. And we'll keep... I'll put in the Offshoots. I think they block... Well, do they block anything relevant? And they still die to his... Huh. Well, we'll Pilgrimage it. Submit this. And this, I think, is okay. We have so many lands in the deck. We'll keep it. We should draw... If we draw one more land, we can cast the Pilgrimage. See if he duresses me first turn, though. That'd actually be pretty... Yeah, that's actually pretty relevant. He should grab the Pilgrimage here. I can't do anything with the Negate. Yeah, that hurts. That actually hurts a lot. And we draw into Villainous Wealth. 24 lands still in our deck. We have about a 50-50 chance. A little under a 50-50 chance every turn to draw a land. We need to get up to that Hedron Archive. If we can get up to the Hedron Archive and into the Oblivion Sower, then we should be in really good position. Duress again can take an Archive, but this is just making him slow, is all this is doing. He might just take the Villainous Wealth. Yeah, that's fine. It's not unnecessary in my hand at the moment. Can't draw a land to save our life, though. We need to draw a double land. If he puts out a guide, yeah, we could be in definitely in trouble if then he can throw up the backup counter magic. And there is the guide. So we draw an island, but still have to draw into that third source for the Archive. If the Archive comes out, we should be in good shape. We can negate whatever he puts out if it's a non-creature spell. Now he's got the mana up for his Ulamog's Nullifier. And this, I hope, doesn't ingest a land. The Oversized Command can't counter a non-creature spell. Okay, finds us an Archive! Yay, he did us a favor. Fathom Feeder, meh. Another ingest card, but this basically means that... Come on, land off the top. Well, it's nice if we can draw one more land. We should be good. But if he's got the Nullifier now, we're toast. He could overextend. Yeah, that's beautiful. Just draw a land. All we need is a land here. The Rising Miasma will completely shut him down. Don't find lands. Dispel. And Painful Truth. So, okay, so the odds are we should draw a land here. Come on, land off the top. Oh, beautiful. This should win us the game. So this sweeps the board. And he's having a hard time coming back from that. Before I cast anything, I'm going to wait till he taps out, because I can't let him get a Nullifier. He has 2 cards in hand, though. Well, maybe we do allow this Archive to get countered. Oh, it does not get countered. Okay, that's good information. And he's got like an Ojatize command maybe in his hand here. So I think that we just go Hedron Archive into Explosive Vegetation. And he knows we have a Negate. So we'll negate it. Might as well. That's 2 cards the archive gives us. Might as well use the negate while we have the opportunity. Still think there's an Ojatize command in there. Renewal here. See if he's got a Disdainful Stroke for the Renewal. Oh, and I tapped my mana wrong. Most likely going to sack my archive anyway, though. What I should have done is kept up a... Yeah, I kept up 2 mana for the archive. So there's 2 Disdainful Strokes out of the way for 2 really unimportant cards. And we'll draw 2 here. There's an Ugin. Pilgrimage allows us to get... Yep, it does have Spell Mastery. This will allow us to get 3 cards. And 2 of them go onto the battlefield. And we will also Explosive Vegetation. I'm not going to cast an Ugin or an Oblivion into whatever he has tromping around in his deck, in his hand, which I still think is an Ojatize command. Yeah, he's not casting anything, so not even like a Ruination Guide. So I'm just going to play nice and safe. Draw some more cards. Cast another one. This should get out of counterspell if he has one. Ugin actually does very weak against him, but the 3 damage to a creature is good with Ugin. He's debating whether to counter it. So there's the Nullifier. We knew one of them was in his hand. And hopefully that allows us to get an Ugin out, unless he's just got all counter spells left in his hand. Ghost Fireblade allows him to hook it up. But we do have the Blighted Fen that can make him sack it. Surprise, he's keeping up Ojati's command. No, he's keeping up Silumgar's command. Do we have enough to flash. See, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For the renewal. Alright, it happens. And then we'll pass. As we want to use the Blighted Fen to make him sack his nullifier. It's not that a 2/3 is actually not that aggressive. A 4/4, a little bit. But we have the mana open. They can get rid of it. Still worried about that Ojutai's command. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you can actually go the Void Winnower and the Oblivion. And this is off cast. Yeah, that's powerful off the cast. See if he counters it with Ojutai's command. No big deal. I think he'd draw a card at this point. I don't think he'd get back a Fathom Feeder. He might, because Fathom Feeder at this late of game allows him to draw a card and exile. So yeah, counter target creature spell and actually just draw a card. But this will still hit. And we get a Blighted Fen and a Swamp. And 1, 2, 3, and then I think we can Ugin here. Rather than Void Winnower. Did I really tap? Okay, yeah, we need to leave a green open. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Ugin. And most likely going to have a concession. I don't think he can beat an Ugin. Really don't think he can beat an Ugin. And we'll Pilgrimage. And then pass the turn. And now he has to deal with an Ugin, which can kill anything he puts out. I think anything in his deck. What if he's got like a Dragonlord Silumgar? Silumgar's command. He bounces and destroys a Planeswalker and bounces his Blighted. Yeah, I guess that's, yeah, the command is good against Ugin. Could have Disdainful Stroke up. We'll go ahead and cast another one. And once again, get some more lands. And go for the Void Winnower. Alright. Now that's lethal next turn. He can't cast any even spells. And that basically gets rid of all of his counter spells, I believe. Except for Silumgar's command. It doesn't quite get rid of. But I don't think he has a lot of options out of this. Okay, he can make me sack one of them, which will sack the Oblivion. And he's still on a 2-turn clock. Attacking with the Void Winnower. Can't balance it with anything but another Silumgar's Command. Only one Villainous Wealth has been used. Still have 3 in the deck, which at this point just plain mills him out, and there's the concession. All right, we'll go on to the next match. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Playing on a Budget. If you haven't already, please subscribe to Gathering Magic and check out our Playing on a Budget playlist, which contains every episode. Thanks again, and hope to see you soon.